Black History Month, we are taking a look back in the Fox 12 Video Vault with a story about Portland music history's, a Portland music history icon.
Fox 12's Mia Villanueva introduces us to James DePreist. He's one of the first world-renowned black conductors, and he's credited with establishing the Oregon Symphony as one of the finest in the country.
An ode to one of the greats and the firsts. It's been decades since the Oregon Symphony was first guided by the baton of the late maestro, James DePreist. In 1980, he was chosen as the music director of the Oregon Symphony, which at the time did not include a single black musician. His selection for the role, a juxtaposition of sorts, given that DePreist was one of the first black conductors to achieve international acclaim.
Symphonic music is relevant to the human experience. And to the extent that any of us identify ourselves first as human beings, symphonic music is relevant to us. It has nothing to do with color.
When Fox 12 spoke with DePreist in 1992, he maintained that race had no impact, good or bad, on his career. A career that took him to Tokyo to conduct for the city's Metropolitan Orchestra and to Thailand to play for the king, where he also unfortunately contracted polio. Complications from the disease would require him to rely on leg braces, crutches, and eventually a wheelchair. Despite physical challenges, DePreist traveled all around the world, most memorably to Quebec, where in 1976 he met his wife, Jeanette, at a press conference announcing his position with the Quebec Symphony Orchestra.
I thought he was absolutely stunning and eloquent and intelligent and, forthcoming.
4 years later, their love story would find its home in Portland, Oregon, where DePreist would complete a 23-year tenure with the Oregon Symphony, taking the symphony from a small part-time orchestra to a nationally recognized group with 15 groundbreaking recordings, all while continuing to guest conduct in major orchestras around the world. By his side through it all was Jeanette.
I think that when you get involved into a schedule like that, you just go with the flow. It's almost like a strong current, and if you know how to swim, you'll go far.
The couple would spend their final days together in Arizona, where DePreist died in 2013 after suffering from a heart attack the year prior. After his death, Jeanette moved back to Portland, a place she always considered home. She wonders how DePreist would feel about the city today, a city that in recent years has seen its fair share of political turmoil and racial discourse.
I don't think that the world evolves. It turns around and it just comes back. I'm glad that he's not there to see that.
Though her husband is not here physically, Jeanette says she feels his spirit every day. That is how she wants DePreist to be remembered, as a man with an unbreakable spirit who refused to let racism embitter him or deter him from his goals.
It's not because of the color of my skin, and it won't happen because of the color of my skin, so it will happen because I'm talented and I deserve to be there. And he proved that every day.
What a treasure he was in our city.
An incredible man, and I could go on and on about him. But to watch the full piece on James DePreist that Fox 12 put out in 1992, you can watch it on our Fox 12 streaming app, and you can download that on your Roku or Apple TV. Also, Jeanette's book, I wanted to show everyone this, Reach Up, on her life with James DePreist, an incredible read. You can order the book online or purchase it at the Oregon Historical Society.
I love that you reached out to her to talk to her and take us back in time through her eyes and her memories, because I'm sure she was thrilled to talk about him as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, their love story is so beautiful, and it was such a great conversation, and I felt, man, I'm not going to get the chance to speak with someone like this again who is just so well traveled, and I really got to hear from her how she believes the world has changed for better or for worse when it comes to politics, the approach to race in politics. So just a great conversation and also a great read. So pick this up if you can.
Yes, I'm just glad that you have an opportunity to introduce him to people who maybe are new Portland transplants. I've never heard of him, and he was such a big part of what makes our city
back
so
in the
special.
80s, man, it was him and the Portland Trailblazers. So yeah, he was an incredible, incredible man.
Great piece. Yeah, really nicely done. All right.